Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, July 14th.
I don't know about you, but I'm as happy as a horse on the way to the glue factory.
The Palm Coast City Council is considering a new 6% tax on electricity bills, called a franchise fee. The tax aims to lower property taxes, but has been rejected twice before. Some council members support it, while others, like Vice Mayor Ed Danko, see it as a tax increase.
No matter how they try to disguise it, this is not a franchise fee. Plain and simple, this is a tax. And it is not only a tax on homeowners, it's a tax on businesses. No doubt our businesses will pass this tax on to you, the consumer. Worse, this tax would last for 30 years before it would have to reemerge before the city council for renewal. Bottom line, we have all suffered enough economic pain.
Councilmember Teresa Carly Pontieri sees it differently.
It seems to me that this franchise fee, while you can call it a tax, you can call it whatever you want, it diversifies our revenues, but it's also a way to get money from EV charging, and it's a way that we can then grant the rollback we've all been talking about as a priority to grant and still generate income that is unrestricted.
Mayor David Alfin believes it can all even out.
I'm not just looking at the quantity of dollars. I'm also at the same time trying to look at the quality of the dollars, which means quality meaning that wherever our need is, we can spend it on that. And maybe it requires a reduction someplace else so that the overall effect on the resident is not an increase.
The fee would be imposed on Florida Power and Light and passed on to customers. It would generate $5.7 million annually for Palm Coast. The franchise fee will be on the agenda and voted on during the next city council meeting on Tuesday, July 18th. Vice Mayor Ed Danko implores the public to attend.
Your voice is needed to help put an end to this outrageous tax grab. Everyone is entitled to speak for up to 3 minutes during public comment. Please, let our council, let our mayor know where you stand on this so-called franchise fee.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
It was a driver's nightmare.
A tractor-trailer crash and hazardous chemicals spill shuttered I-95 northbound north of Matanzas Woods Parkway just before dawn Thursday. Police say the tractor-trailer hit a disabled vehicle and spilled sodium nitrate onto the highway. Sheriff Rick Staley says the crash and cleanup shuttered all lanes of I-95 northbound and 2 southbound lanes for hours.
Deputies responded and then assisted the Florida Highway Patrol for the next 6 hours, diverting traffic off the interstate as the St. Johns County hazmat team and other local fire departments assisted in the cleanup of these dangerous chemicals.
No one was hurt, but no doubt people didn't make it to work on time. The delay stretched all the way to Ormond Beach. 2 northbound lanes didn't reopen until just before noon. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
A 13-year-old boy is charged following an act of vandalism in Palm Coast.
Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a home under construction in the B section of Palm Coast. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
13-year-old juvenile who said he was bored went into a home under construction, clogged the toilets, and flooded the house, causing about $25,000 in damage.
The juvenile was arrested for felony criminal mischief burglary of an unoccupied dwelling and trespass on a posted construction site. Sheriff Staley adds parents need to be the sheriff of their home and make sure their kids know not to hang out or damage homes under construction. If they do, they will be arrested, and the parents can be held responsible for paying for the damages their child does. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What is herd immunity?
We heard this word during the COVID-19 pandemic, and Flagler County Medical Director Dr. Stephen Bickles said that if we all get it, we're all immune from it.
Population immunity, where there's so much immunity that it actually can't spread within the population. The advantage of that is if there's a rare person who hasn't been vaccinated, they get kind of a free ride that they can't really catch it because nobody has it.
Dr. Bickle said that the medical community still leans toward giving vaccines when the incidence of a disease is low because the vaccines are easy to give. Flagler Health Matters is on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 11:30 and on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun to be had in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tonight, Palm Coast Parks and Recreations is hosting their free Movies in the Park series. Tonight's free feature is Jurassic World, so bring your blankets and chairs and invite your friends and family to enjoy the show. Tomorrow is the Shine Fun Run. This run raises funds to offset the cost of bringing the Shine Student Planner to school for students to use. There will also be vendors, food trucks, activities, and of course the fun run. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Royal Palm Soccer Club captured their first UPSL Central Florida Conference Championship last week, defeating Shock City FC 3-2. This week, they traveled to Pembroke Pines for the Florida State Championship against Club Atletico Banfield. Club president Mario Dos Santos' team is undefeated in their last 10.
Started off with one win and then 3 consecutive losses. To be able to just bounce back from the 3 consecutive losses and go undefeated since then, that to me speaks highly of their character.
Kickoff tomorrow night at 7:30. Flagler County's high school soccer teams are on summer break, but workouts have continued. Rising FPC sophomore Anaya Graham spent some time in Boston last month.
I think it was one of my favorite cities to go to.
You won't want to miss why she was there. Find out on tomorrow's Rich and Mike Sports Show when 2 guys from New York adore praise of Boston. 7:30 a.m. here on WNZF. The Miami Marlins entered the All-Star break a franchise record 53-39. Second baseman Luis Arias entered the All-Star game as the major's leading hitter.
Swing and a line drive, base hit into right field. Over to pick it up is Garcia racing around from second to score. J.D. Martinez, that one delivers a run, and we're tied up 1-1.
Dave Fleming, MLB Radio. Luis was 2 for 2 in the 3-2 National League win. Miami is at Baltimore tonight. Rays first baseman Yandy Diaz snapped a 35-game streak without a home run in his last game before the All-Star break and hit another in the All-Star game. Tampa lost 7 of 8 going into the break, but remain in first place. They are at Kansas City tonight. The Daytona Tortugas host Palm Beach tonight. FPC announced assistant softball coach Brooklyn Jimison was promoted to head coach. Brooklyn, a 2015 graduate of Matanzas, was all-district for the Pirates. She was previously a head coach at Fountain Lake High School in Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.